Breaking news, protesters angry about police killings of black victims by white officers wanted to shut down traffic, and they were successful here in Chicago. This group stopped drivers on Lakeshore Drive in both directions between Oak Street Beach and North Avenue. Earlier, a smaller group of protesters ran out onto the Dan Ryan, blocking traffic briefly. Tonight, the outrage continues. Protesters in Chicago have walked for miles and miles, and they aren't showing any signs of stopping. Let's go right to CBS 2's Pamela Jones. She's with the marchers tonight. Pam.
Rob, this is still a very developing situation. You can hear the protesters behind me still protesting here at Michigan and Roosevelt. And you'll also see a strong line of police officers. They are blocking the protesters from going either east or west on this roadway. We are in the middle of Bears traffic as that game just let out. We've got a lot of pedestrians and traffic that the police say they need to get through. In the meantime, protesters say that they will stand strong here. Let's take another look at the intersection. You can see just how many police officers there are out here trying to make sure that these protesters don't go beyond them and into the oncoming traffic. Let's take a little bit of video from earlier today at Lakeshore Drive, which was the scene of another standoff between police and protesters. This one, the big one of the day, as protesters actually got onto Lakeshore Drive. Police did not want them onto the outer drive, though, and they held their ground, preventing those protesters from going any farther. Just one of several protests that we've seen today and several standoffs with police. However, this protest, we can say, has been peaceful. Protesters tell us that they are adamant about keeping this a peaceful protest, not having any fights. They have told their supporters they don't want any arrests, and pretty much that has been the course of the night. Right now, though, these protesters, since they cannot proceed from this intersection, are now starting to block Bears traffic and those fans who are trying to leave the stadium and head home tonight. So we will continue to stay with this coverage as it progresses through the night. Right now, I think we're going to go to some sound from some protesters we talked to on the trail in the thick of it all.
We've reached a point in this country where black lives don't matter again and again and again. And I think we need public voices standing out and saying we're just not going to take this anymore.
There's no justice in what happened on the East Coast. With Mike Brown, people could at least say he was an aggressor. People could at least justify the actions. But with Eric Garner, who was a completely innocent victim, selling cigarettes, I mean, that's completely unacceptable.
And right now you're seeing protesters linking arm in arm, creating basically a human chain. They are adamant that they will not move from this position here on Roosevelt. They obviously want to travel west on Roosevelt, but police are standing strong, not wanting to create a bigger and more tense situation than this already is. Reporting live from the South Loop, Pamela Jones, CBS 2 News. Rob?
Okay, Pam, thank you.